I did the unthinkable, and last night I watched Disney's Star Wars The Acolyte again. So I've seen 4 episodes now, and I'm here to tell you what I think now that I'm 4 episodes deep after I said I wasn't watching any more of it. So I guess let's just go ahead and get to business. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, comment, do all of those things because it helps us a lot. It helps us with the algorithm, it helps push the channel, and it helps people to find out about Criticalist. And that's the most important part. If you've seen my previous reviews that I left for the Acolyte, then you'll know that I'm not crazy about this show. I actually think it's one of the worst things that I've ever seen. And so I don't even really want to bury the lead here. If I was to do what I was kind of inclined to do is just to make a 1.5 minute long video saying like, absolutely don't watch the Acolyte. It's one of the worst things ever. Run, hide, get away. And honestly, I mean, to be completely straight with you, I don't really have much to say about episode 4 now that it's here because my mind hasn't changed much. I think it's just as bad as I thought it was. But really, it just comes down to 2 big things. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's the wokest thing ever. Oh my God, pronouns in Star Wars, because we did pronouns in Star Wars this time. And it was just kind of jarring and weird. But like, that's not what this video is about. What it really is about is just how bad this show genuinely is. And I said in a previous, review, I don't understand how Leslie Headland got the job. I don't understand how this show got made or how anyone doing something like this could get hired, because it comes down to 2 things, really. Number 1 being writing. The writing is just so very bad, and it reflects all the way down the line. But now we've been given a new world and a new place to look at. And I have to say that the comparisons that we have had on Criticalist and other places are spot on with how this show looks. And if you take a look at criticalist.com right now, you'll see that it's a whopping 28%. But the thing is that this show is just poorly made, not just with the writing, but with actually how it looks. This show looks really bad now that we've got this new world that's on this planet with the Wookiee, and everything, it just kind of looks fake and not real. It looks like a set from some 90s television show like Xena Warrior Princess or something, except for somehow they're operating on a $200,000 budget or slightly under, and it makes no sense because why does this show look so cheap? Why does it look so poorly made? And then you hear people talk and they say things and you're like, why does this sound so bad? Why do people not talk like this? Why is this not feel like Star Wars even? Why does this not feel like it's in the Star Wars world? It just feels like some cheaply made for television TV show. And I guess in a sense, that's kind of what it is, except for it wasn't made on the cheap. It was just made very expensively and poorly. And the thing is like all of these things aside, the biggest thing that I come to here is just that it's boring. It's really, really boring. We watched an episode where we watched, these Jedi walk through the woods for an entire episode, and it was really pretty lame for the most part. And then everybody's just making really strange decisions. Like our antagonist of the show just decides to flip-flop on everything that she believes and totally change course and out of nowhere, and it doesn't really make sense and doesn't line up or track with what's been set up before it. So really, what else is there left to talk about it? Other than that, this show just continues to be bad. So the thing is, it's like I don't even know where to go from here. There's 2 episodes left, and I guess now I'm in the dumpster already. Like I'm here, so I might as well just continue to talk about it, I guess, and let you guys know how bad it continues to be. And previously we've talked about giving companies your money and contributing to things that you agree with and you do or don't like, right? And we've talked about how a lot of folks don't feel like they should give Disney their money or their attention anymore. And I agree with you. And I don't know why I'm doing it at this point for a lot of reasons. But that brings me to something else, which is actually really near and dear to my heart, which is Criticless. And if you are not familiar with Criticless, you should be. I see so many channels right now in multiple different communities, because right now we are seeing Star Wars fandom band together, because it doesn't matter what side of the political aisle you're on. If you're honest with yourself, then you'll admit that this show sucks. It really sucks. Now, the question is, do you want to contribute and talk about this show in a place that loves you or a place that hates you? And I have seen channel after channel, group after group, many people that I know in really big channels constantly talking about one thing, and that is Rotten Tomatoes. There is a Rotten Tomatoes score plastered on every friggin' video, on every post on social media. Everybody's talking about this score right here, this 14%. Well, guess what, Rotten Tomatoes? You can suck a butt because we got 2 points on you. We're down to 12%. Granted, that's only by 28 people. But hey, you guys have been around for like 100 years. So that's how it goes. We're pretty new, but still the score is pretty low on here. But what I'm getting at is contributing to and giving to things that you want to support. And personally, I think what should be supported is grassroots companies and businesses, companies that don't hate you and love you, regardless of where you sit politically or otherwise, regardless of whether you hate a show or like it, regardless of whether you are review bombing something or not. Right now, we as a community of moviegoers and watchers are missing an opportunity to stand behind a company that is self-funded right now. That is what's the deal with Criticalist. We have self-funded this thing. We built it ourselves. We have an excellent team. We are US based. We have kept it in the States, and it originates here. It is an original idea, and I know that there are other platforms out there, but none of them are doing what we are doing. The way that this functions is more like a regular social media platform. Rotten Tomatoes doesn't do that. And either way, even if it did, the thing is, Rotten Tomatoes is known for being an industry asset. There have been PR firms that are controlling reviews. We know that these companies work with companies like Disney to change what people and the public perception of what is being talked about. We are not doing that because I don't care to keep those companies happy. At the end of the day, I don't. What I care about is you, our user, the people who are watching and consuming media and have an opinion on it and what they think. And that was what motivated me to create Criticalist, because so many people have had their voices taken away from them, either by critics stifling them out and saying that their opinions don't matter. I mean, The Acolyte is a perfect example. We have 142 critics, which isn't that many compared to the 10,000 regular people who gave it a 14%, but we have them giving it 83%. And if you have seen this show, then you know that this is a wildly dishonest, not even opinion. This is just a lie. They are not being honest. With the things that I've seen these critics skewer, this should be at the top of the list. But there's a reason it's not. And it's because there's an agenda. They have a reason to give it a high score. And it's because they are licking the boot of Disney and they are licking the boot of Hollywood. And because they are terrified, absolutely terrified to be called a bigot or something else for not liking a show that is being marketed as being diverse and checking off every checkbox. Because if you don't like something like that, then obviously you're a bad word, right? And I mean, I've found that out even just on being on YouTube and having a negative opinion, is people will come out of the woodwork to call you all sorts of names for having an opinion about something that might not be political at all. And it's ridiculous. So the thing is, regardless of your political persuasion and where you sit with things or your opinions on movies, I am going to support you. I'm not going to remove your opinions or delete what you have to say. At the very least, what will happen is, or very most, what would happen is that you would get blocked. You'd get blocked by somebody within the app that doesn't like your opinion, but who cares? Whatever. Move on and make friends elsewhere, because you can create a friends with benefits list, which is right here. I have plenty of them. I can see them all and add or remove them as we go. But this is people that you like and agree with, people that are on the same page as you. And you can get on board with these people and make a little group just within your profile that is completely private to yourself. And then you get a score that's personalized to you on everything that you look at, every piece of entertainment, as long as they have reviewed it. So for example, if I was to go to Boondock Saints, which granted my friends with benefits is equally as high, but the thing is, it's like, you know, I can have a better idea of what I would think about a specific piece of entertainment. And we have a lot of other features here, but the biggest thing, the most important thing, is supporting grassroots. For me, that's the deal. And right now, so many people are basically giving Rotten Tomatoes free advertising, and they are loving it. They're eating it up. You're driving people to their site. I mean, the thing is that Rotten Tomatoes isn't a trustworthy company. And so why go to them? Why empower them when you could come to a place like Criticalist? So we need to strike while the iron's hot, and we need to be reviewing The Acolyte on Criticalist. We need to be reviewing The Boys on Criticalist. And that's the thing. Right now, we don't even have a ton of reviews for The Boys, but it's a hot topic right now. And I think that this 77% is going to drop after this season because a lot of people are bailing hard on this show. So, I mean, come to Criticalist. Give us a shot, give us a chance. And the thing is, as the CEO, the owner, I know what is happening internally within the company. And I can guarantee you that regardless of what opinion you have, it's not going to be removed or nuked off of our site because we think that, you're toxic. Like I said, you might get blocked by some people, but you can have your opinions and it's safe to have them here. And if you want to create an echo chamber with your friends with benefits, then do that. And it's totally fine. But just have fun. We want an atmosphere that is very social and engaging and fun. And I think that we have created that and we are growing quickly. And I hope that the rest of the community latches on to what we are doing because what is happening here on Criticalist is important. This is a people's movement and it is from the people, aka me and my wife and our team that is US based and helped create this thing. And it's for the people. And I think that that's really important. And right now, we just don't need to be giving a platform to these institutions like Rotten Tomatoes who don't really care about this opinion right here. Because the thing is if you search this show right now, it is going to show this right here, this 83%, which is a little bit deceptive considering this. Because I think that these 10,000 people matter a whole lot more than this 142 people. We have plenty of critics that are on this site, a lot of them that are fairly well known also. But the thing is they are just one of the bunch, which is fine. And many of them are okay with that. And they get a badge. They get we get badges for being verified within Criticalist, whether you're a paid user or a content creator. So you get the verification there. I think that if we were to rally behind a platform like Criticalist, we could see us rise above Rotten Tomatoes in no time. I mean, with the Acolyte having 10,000, reviews and ratings right here, we could top that easily with just a fraction of some of these YouTubers that are out here. We could topple these numbers and dwarf them within a week. Let's rally behind Criticalist. Give us a shot, regardless of where you sit. You are welcome here. And I think it is a fun place and there's a lot to enjoy and you can interact with the people you want to interact with. And I think that we should continue to support companies that love the customer, not the other way around. Rotten Tomatoes will hide this audience score in a hot minute if they feel like they need to. And I wouldn't put them past it to do it. They've done it in the past and they've removed scores, deleted accounts, all sorts of things. They just can't be trusted. But we can. This is a good place to be. It's a place where you can have a lot of fun. And if you're a YouTuber, you can come and even share your videos directly to Criticalist, just like this video right here. It could showcase what you're working on. So just come check us out, give us a shot, and enjoy the old happy-go-lucky, fun MySpace days, because that's what we're channeling here. We're channeling social media with a purpose, a fun place for you to come and hang out and make friends and talk about the things that you love and enjoy, whether it be movies or TV shows, and hopefully in the future, video games, books, comics, all sorts of things. So we are going to grow with you guys and we're going to add more features and give you all the things that you want because we want this to feel like your platform. And we've done that thus far and we're going to continue to do it. So if you have not visited Criticalist yet, again, make sure to come to the site, come check it out, come say hi, and just review a few things. Till next time, guys, thanks for hanging out, and I will see you tomorrow.